We just got back from a 7-day summer trip to Colorado. I have the perfect itinerary for you. Day 1. We took Southwest on a Boeing 747 MAX 8 into Denver and made it safely. We picked up our rental car from Enterprise for $100 for 7 days, which was a great deal. We headed straight to Rocky Mountain National Park. Our first stop was Alberta Falls. It is a very simple hike, and you get to see a 30-foot waterfall. This hike is for all ages. Next stop was Bear Lake. This was another easy hike with a beautiful view. Sprague Lake was our next stop. This was another very simple hike. It has beautiful views. It has these piers that overlook the lake at night time. Moose and elk come here. All of these stops are very close to each other. We decided to head back to the hotel in Estes Park since we have a huge day tomorrow. We stopped by Antonio's Pizza first to fill up our bellies. Time to sleep and get ready for day 2.
Lights burning.
Day 2 consists of a 5-hour drive to Colorado Springs. On the way there, we re-entered the park and started our drive on Trail Ridge Road. We stopped by Milner Pass to watch the elk roam, and to check out the Continental Divide. This is a must-stop to see wildlife and beautiful nature. Trail Ridge Road will take you to Fox Canyon Overlook. It's almost 12,000 feet of elevation, so it was absolutely beautiful. It is cold up there, so make sure you bring a jacket. We continued on our way to Cave of the Wings. Mountain Park. Today was July 4th. Go USA!
Oh my God!
This cave is over 1 million years old. It was about a 30-minute tour. After the caves, we arrived at Garden of the Gods. Garden of the Gods is home to a plethora of geological and ecological rarities that make the park a prime site for nature lovers. You must check out the Central Garden Trail. And of course, you must sit on Balance Rock.
All right, well.
It's a flat trail that leads you to these beautiful structures.
Nature's canvas paints the room. Rocks stand still.
They're so cute.
Guardians bold. Stories ancient, times retold.
That was the end of day 2. We have a 5-hour drive tomorrow to Gunnison and to surf down sand dunes. Let's start day 3. We have a 5-hour drive to Gunnison. It's a gorgeous drive. Halfway to Gunnison, we checked out the sand dunes and Zapata Falls. There is a shop before arrive at the sand dunes where you can rent boards. It's about $40 for both boards, and you have all day to surf and slide.
Sand dunes, surfing, feeling free. Living life, just you and me. Zapata Falls, cold water.
The highest elevation in the park is 13,604 foot above sea level.
Splashing down in that icy stream.
It gets very windy at times.
Feet numb, but heart feels warm. Nature's grace in purest form.
The Great Sand Dunes in Colorado began forming around 440,000 years ago.
Sun, tires humming a melody. Road trip vibes, you and me. Miles and miles of open road.
They were given national monument status by President Herbert Hoover in 1932.
Sunsets chasing stars. In your eyes, I'm never far.
It's possible to get up to 40 miles per hour on the right hill. Make sure that you bring plenty of water and wear tons of sunscreen. It gets very hot out there. It's a 30 square mile sand dune field.
Spinning wheels. Miles and miles feeling
Yeah.
wind and dust, sun so bright. Living in that desert light.
Down the road, you can visit Zapata Falls.
Sand dunes calling, gotta go.
Access to this waterfall entails a mildly steep 0.5 mile hike. The waterfall has a drop of about 30 feet. The water was ice cold, which was nice after heating up on the dunes. Make sure you bring water shoes, or an extra pair of shoes. We headed to Gunnison after this and prepared for our day tomorrow. 4 Black Gunnison National Park. Day 4 is all about Black Canyon National Park. There is the North Rim and South Rim. We explored both.
North and south, the rims collide. Rivers carve the rocks so old.
The canyon's name owes itself to the fact that parts of the gorge only receive 33 minutes of sunlight a day.
Sky so black.
That's the Gunnison River at the base of the Black Canyon.
Dark is pure and sky so clear.
The North Rim was very private with 5 outlooks. The cliffs tower up to 2,700 feet above the Gunnison River.
Set it free. Stars above in velvet night, shining down with perfect light. Listen to the canyon song, echoes of a world so strong.
We then drove a few hours to the South Rim to watch the sunset and stars.
Nature sings at end of day. Night descends with tender grace. Constellations interlace. Hold your breath in quiet awe.
The park was designated in International Dark Sky Park in 2015. That wraps up today. Heading to Ouray tomorrow.
Today is day 5, and we are headed to Ouray. They call it the Switzerland of America, and you will find out why. Before we could explore, we needed to get some food. We stopped at Kamisama's breakfast. The food was great. We then checked out our first waterfall, which was 2 minutes away. It was an easy walk to the 285 feet Cascade Falls, making it the highest waterfall in Ouray, and you definitely have to check it out.
Nature's playground, we're here to
So,
stay.
come back here on the way back.
Creek Falls and sun array. Ouray, ouray, take us away. Up the
After this waterfall, we headed to check out Box Canyon Falls. There is a small fee to get into the canyon, but you get to experience a 285 feet waterfall with quartzite walls that extend almost 100 feet past the falls. The signs said that the trail is steep and difficult, but it was very easy. The High Bridge Trail takes you up 200 feet in a half-mile round-trip hike. Along the trail are beautiful views of town and the high peaks. On the way back, we checked out a third waterfall next to the Alpine Loop. Down the road, there was another outlook called Bear Creek Falls. Throughout our trip, we drove on the $1 Million Highway. It is a scenic and treacherous mountain road that runs through the heart of the San Juan Mountains in southwestern Colorado. With stunning views, the highway has earned it a reputation as one of the most dangerous roads in America.
Nature's playground, we're here to stay. Bear Creek Falls and sun array.
To end the day, we went to one of the best smoked restaurants I have ever been to. It's called the Smokehouse, and I highly recommend it. The food was amazing, and I am very picky with my BBQ. There was a small creek next to the restaurant, which was beautiful.
Mountain whispers, sky so blue. With our friends and love so true. In the rain, there's much to do.
We headed back to Montrose to get some sleep, because we are going to Aspen tomorrow and need our rest for another busy day of hiking and driving. Today is day 6, and we're heading to Aspen, a scenic journey of around 5 hours. Along the way, we made a delightful pit stop at Hayes Falls, a 40-foot waterfall that provided the perfect break from our drive.
Mountain breeze and blue skies all inside.
Once we arrived in Aspen, our first order of business was to refuel with some food. But the real highlight awaited us: the Maroon Bells. These twin peaks, Maroon Peak and North Maroon Peak, stand tall in the Elk Mountains, both soaring above 14,000 feet. Now, here's the insider tip to ascend to the Maroon Bells. You've got options. Either reserve a golden ticket for your trusty car or hop on the bus express to Alpine Glory. Either way, the views are worth every second of anticipation. Unfortunately, time played its mischievous game, and we missed out on exploring the East Trails. But fear not, they look downright awesome, and we've mentally bookmarked them for our next visit. Our sweet tooth led us to Paradise Bakery, where we indulged in milk-free ice cream and pastries. Let me tell you, it was dessert nirvana, a symphony of flavors that left us craving encore after
Happy
encore.
birthday to me.
Before calling it a night, we ventured to Snowmass, a town with secrets tucked into its cobblestone streets. And now, as we prepare for tomorrow's adventure, a rendezvous was with a 14-footer. We bid the day farewell. May our dreams be filled with alpine vistas and the echo of distant laughter. See you on the morrow.
Paradise Bakery, let's grab a bite. Living in the moment feels so right. We climb the Maroon Bells. With stories.
Today is day 7 and is our last day. We are heading back to Boulder. On the way, we made one final stop on our trip and it was to Mount Blue Sky, formerly known as Mount Evans.
Road winding up, leaving the grind. Mountains in view.
The name was changed due to Evans's involvement in the 1864 Sand Creek Massacre. Its peak is an incredible 14,271 feet. On the way to the peak, we passed by Summit Lake. You can find mountain goats walking around.
Feel the summer snow high above the world, where the cool
As we drove up the mountain, we were excited to reach the peak. Once we parked our car, we saw some mountain goats. It was super cool. The clouds started to roll in, and I was afraid it was going to rain. Instead of rain, we got snow. This was summertime, and it started to snow. Today was July 9th, and the snow came down pretty hard. It was difficult to breathe at times, so you have to be careful at this elevation.
Drive up to Mount Blue Sky, feel the wind, just you and I. We climb so high, touch the clouds. Mountain goats run wild, playing free, both rough and wild. In the breeze, so much ease. At the peak, snow in the summer. We reach out, it's such a wonder. Mount Blue Sky, we're together. Cherish this moment forever. Mountain sheep grazing in the green meadow. No worries, no pacing. They move slow, they just glow.
This was a great ending to my birthday. I could not ask for a better ending. We leave tomorrow, so I hope you had fun with us. This was the perfect 7-day Colorado itinerary. See you on the next trip.
Cherish this moment forever. Mountain sheep grazing.